Ladies and gentlemen, we have here in the studio with us Mr. Obinna Iyiegbu, aka Obi Cubana. How you doing, sir?
I'm good too.
It's good. It's good to have you around.
Thank you so much.
So the last time you came on our IG live, we really had loads and loads of engagement. Everybody was just, filling the comments up. Hey, Mr. Cubana, how was the experience for you? What would you say people really love about you?
Okay, that's particular interview. It came naturally. I enjoyed the session. I dished out some advice for those who were ready to listen, and I also had a lot of positive feedbacks, showed that people actually welcomed it, and it's a good experience.
But apparently, you seem to be a very, very lovable person. So, what would you say that is responsible for that? Why do people love you so much?
Well, I think maybe because I'm keeping it as simple as possible, as simple and as natural as possible.
Sure.
I don't need to struggle to form what is not. So this is me, this is who I am, this is who I've always been, and this is who I will always be. So maybe that's it.
So easy does it.
Easy does it, bro.
So apparently there's a saying when it comes to the business world that you do not mix business with pleasure, right?
Okay.
But we see Mr. Obi Cubana mixing business with pleasure in such a fantastic way. So what would you say, how are you able to keep this balance?
My business is pleasure.
You
understand? So you can't run it without having the pleasure and then additional pleasure too. Our business is like a clinic that takes away stress and gives you back happiness in return, okay? Lots of people who are stressed, they come out here. We give you a wonderful ambience. We give you a good environment, good music, good food, drinks and everything. And then you live lighter. So my business is run inside pleasure. So I can actually boast that I can mix business
with pleasure
and get away with it.
Hey, so apparently everybody knows the Cubana brand, right?
Yeah.
But just for the benefit of those people who might be hearing about Cubana for the first time, could you tell us a little bit about what the Cubana Group is?
Okay, the Cubana Group is a hospitality and entertainment brand. We have chains of hotels, restaurants, and nightclubs. The best set of nightclubs you can find anywhere. So it's actually a happiness ground. We breed happiness while making money. Okay? So that's where we measure in. We're going to go into a lot of other things in future, but right now we're just measuring in this entertainment and hospitality, the hotels, the clubs, and the restaurants. Yeah.
Okay, so now, I know it's very challenging in the entertainment space. Business generally in itself is quite challenging. And it's been a long time coming, I would say, right? So at what point did you feel that, like they say, this hustle is now paying? At what point did you reach that?
It's been a very long journey, social media just made it look as if Cubana came yesterday.
Right.
So prior to that, we've been on the background, toiling, scheming, working, facing the challenges up and down. And what will I say? As far back as 10 years ago, we've actually made it big. Because the first Cubana will be 13 years by October this year. 13th October precisely. To be the first one in Wuse 2. The ups and downs of business at the time, Abuja, the Boko Haram era, business became a bit scary, and then we had to move to Port Harcourt. From Port Harcourt, we faced some challenges there, security also. We established the one in Owerri.
Right.
From Owerri, we came to Victoria Island, and then this Ikeja 2 years ago. Naturally, nothing is rosy out there. Like this particular place, as beautiful as it looks here right now, we faced the challenges of COVID last year. Being a new business that was just in the budding stage. We opened here November 22nd March. There was a lockdown and everything. But I would say that for the past 10 years, it's been going very, very well. No matter the challenges that come across the line, we surmount it. That's life. That's what life is all about. So you can't just be rosy, rosy all the way.
Okay, so with the huge influx of social media now, I mean, everybody has an Instagram account, everybody has a Facebook account. You know, we go on Facebook, we see Obi Cubana, we shout, "Hey, Baba, what's up for us now?" You know, it's very easy to sort of, you know, get into this rationale of thinking, you know, you can't just make it overnight. You know, so if you were to go back in time, you know, this is a 20-year-old Obi Cubana now. What advice would you give to this person trying to aspire to become the next Obi Cubana?
I think patience, diligence, hard work, and above all, I think you have to have integrity as a human being. You have to have integrity. You have to, as much as possible, let your word be your word. You see, the problem we have is that, okay, let me give you an example. There was one day, I think that was our 10th year anniversary. I now made a post on my page and said, it's not been easy, 10 years, Cubana, blah, blah, blah. So one guy came to my comment section and wrote, 10 years, no, I don't feel waiting. So that mentality of we want to make it, but I want to be like you overnight. Right. You have to look at the story behind the success. Success doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen. It's a 13 year and no rest. You understand?
Right.
So if I were to advise them, you have to work very hard. You have to follow the process. Yes, God's blessings might come differently. Some people it might take them very long. Some people might take a short period, but you have to work. You have to be focused. There's no free money out there. You understand? So all this cost soup, nothing like soap anywhere to cut. You have to work for your own soap. You understand? So when you're using the soap, nobody asks you, why is it for me so much?
Right.
Okay. So I believe that also what the world lacks these days is integrity. You have to keep to your word. You have to, if you have business agreement with people, with establishments, with brands, you have to, as much as possible, respect that. And then you see them coming back. You see things happening. You see it opening doors for you. You see people speaking on your behalf without even you asking for those things. So I think these are the things that people have to learn. People have to imbibe this, and this is a natural key opener to success. Very simple.
True. Just out of curiosity, this guy who you mentioned 10 years to, and he's like, I don't feel it. What was your facial?
I laughed because like this beautiful place right now, there were some messy situations and there were some messy stages. Nobody can see the cement right now. Nobody can see all those ones. So there are, before you can actually mold it to become something, there will be the struggle behind. You understand? So to him, you just came out overnight because Instagram came here and said, Obi Cubana, Obi Cubana. No, it's not been like that. We've been working very hard up till now. People feel I've made it. I have not.
Really?
I have not. How can you say I've made it? But I'm getting there. I'm focused. I know what I want to be. I know what I want to leave behind. I know the legacies I want to leave behind as a human being. I'm not there yet, but we're on the right path.
Encouraging, quite encouraging, I must say. So there's this, people often say like your net worth, your network determines your net worth.
Okay.
Now, I mean, seeing that you're quite a very social person, what would you say are the pros of, having this huge network of people you can always reach out to? And if there are any downsides, what would you say are the downsides to it as well?
Naturally, everything that has its advantages will always have its disadvantages. My business is built around people. You cannot do without people. It's about socializing. The same people you socialize with, your network will always bring in back these guys to come and patronize you. You understand? So our business is people-based. Okay? Now, in dealing with human beings also, you notice that along the line you must have the disappointments in life. That's natural. That's natural, because even man disappointed God. So, but your ability to turn every situation and then to manage every human being, because every human being is unique. So you have to manage everyone, but you cannot do without human being as far as this business is concerned.
But would you say it gets distracting sometimes? Would you say it gets distracting sometimes?
To me, it doesn't. I enjoy every bit of it. I utilize every bit of it. Whatever I see, you turn it to your own advantage. The people who are with you will not distract you because they are the ones that are making you who you are.
So when you're not working, what will a typical Obi Cubana be doing? How do you cool off? How do you?
Okay, I read a lot.
You read a lot.
I read a lot.
Wow.
I read a lot. So everything I've learned in my life, everything I've applied in my life, I learned in the course of traveling.
Okay.
So I sit down, I lie down, I try to visualize the next step. When people are saying, wow, you've done very well, you're looking at, what's the next step?
Right.
You have to keep wowing them. Because the moment you become irrelevant in the scheme of things, the time is gone. Nobody waits for anybody. You can see all these things in Obi Cubana because, as of today, it's working very well. And
Great.
you have to keep it that way.
Great. Guys, I mean, feel free, join the conversation. Don't be left out. Just head over to the comment section. We have Mr. Obi Cubana. He's still very much here with us. And, just stay with us till the end. We have a very, very special giveaway for you guys. So, Mr. Obi, back to you. Seeing you build this very successful brand, this very successful Cubana brand from bottom up, were there times when you felt, man, this thing is too hard, I beg, I've had enough, Were there times where you felt, look, let me just give up and move on to the next best thing?
Yeah. Every business, like I said, had its own challenges. Even prior to the Cubana brand, I had other businesses, which at the time then in FCT, there were demolitions and it affected me that I said, wow, I picked up my passport. I was going to go to South Africa to go and hustle over there. Luckily for me, I didn't get visa. As simple as South African visa was then, I couldn't get it. So I was like frustrated. I was fed up and I was like, come on, we got to move. But on the second thought, I was like, what am I looking for out there? Everything I've always wanted in life is here. And I went back to plan B. I started walking. I prayed. Somehow I'm a spiritual human being. And I started putting everything I visualized into practice. And they started yielding positive results. And here we are.
Nice. Now, one of the key things people seem to know about Mr. Obi is that you have a very lit Instagram page, right? So how are you able to manage your business and still manage quite an active fan base on Instagram?
I think Instagram, the more real you keep it, the better. I wake up, I don't even know what to post sometimes. Like if I post half of the things that I encounter every day, it will be too busy. But then again, I try to put out there what will motivate the next person.
Right.
Yeah. If you see me maybe posting about something materialistic, not just because to show off, but to motivate someone. If you see me lending a helping hand to someone and I post it out there, I will do a write-up just to let you know that these are doable. You can actually do things like this to encourage people. Sometimes I also go to my social part of the posting and everything. I want to show out there that even in the midst of all the challenges,
right,
you can be happy. You can be happy. So I think my mood for the day determines what I post. And I've been trying as much as possible to keep it as lit as possible.
Okay, super. Now, I'll tell you, before scheduling this interview, we were actually debating on what exactly it is you will put up, right? Because Mr. Obi seems to be a very stylish man.
I'll be simple.
Simple and
simple.
So what would you say inspires your fashion sense and, your style, really?
I wouldn't say I'm that. I don't actually go extra mile trying to get what I wear. I do a lot of trad. I do a lot of trad and a lot of casual. That's me. You hardly ever see me put on tie or put on suit. You get what I'm trying to say? But in everything, you have to look good because first impression is appearance. From there.
So if what would you say? What would you say are the three must-haves for people who are aspiring to venture into business?
In Nigeria?
Yeah, in Nigeria.
Okay. Integrity. I've said it before.
Yeah, you said integrity.
You must have integrity. You must have an open mind. You must have an open mind. And then you must be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. You don't get carried away because what you see out there. Because I've seen the owner of this other club bought a Lamborghini, let me go and buy it. No. You buy it at your own time.
True.
You understand?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So guys, it's been quite an insightful conversation with Mr. Obi today. We mentioned we have a very special giveaway for you guys. Mr. Obi has been keeping us woke for the past, how many minutes now? I can't keep track. So head over to your Instagram page and let us know 3 takeouts you have based off the conversation with Mr. Obi today. Do well to follow us at Fidelity Bank PLC on Instagram and tag 3 of your friends on this post. And who knows, we're giving out 200,000 naira for you to come have a good time here at Cubana. So guys, I mean, it's up to you. We'll be hoping to hear from you. So Mr. Obi, what will be your parting advice to our audience today?
Well, from everything we've said, you have to keep it real. Keep working very hard. Be focused on whatever you do. There's nothing like soup out there to be cut for anyone. You understand? So you work, you have integrity as a human being, and then be as nice as possible. Work very hard. There's a lot of opportunities here in Nigeria, a lot.
But people keep complaining though.
Right from the day one, people keep complaining, that's ones for you. But there are, I'm telling you that, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of opportunities here in Nigeria. A whole lot.
Okay, guys, that's the most we can take for today's episode. Thank you so very much, Mr. Obi, for making up time. And guys, we will catch you same time next week with yet another special guest. So hey, just head over to our Instagram page and do well to smash that follow button so you get to know once we go live. All right, so right here at Cubana, it is peace out. Bye for now. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. You understand? Without contesting election, I won the governorship of Cubana Empire. Waiting big past that one now. Governorship for 4 years tenure. I've been here for the past 11 years, still the governor. So what did I want to go look for again, my brother? Wow. Reason I'm now.
It makes a lot of sense. So tell us about a day you are not at a hotel or your club and someone you have always wanted to meet walks in. Like you were just at your club, either your club or your hotel, and there's somebody you've always wanted to meet. The person walks into the club or the hotel.
I can be emotional sometimes, so I will approach the person. The thing is, let me just tell you this one, severally, as at this TSM, apart from people on Instagram who know me, if I approach the person and say, good evening, sir, my name is Obinna Iyiegbu, I'm the chairman of Cubana Group, the person will look me from toe to the head, from head to the toe. So one man actually like that, where the belly now? I think he was expecting to see one old, advanced man like that and everything. You know me now. The way I work, I just wear my joggers, shorts, slippers. Me and my slippers, you understand, man? So looking at me, you will never know I'm even the manager and everything. That's how I am. That's how I operate. So I've come across such people, and I will if the person gives me the audience, I will now sit down, we talk, meaningful talk and everything. Take pictures if necessary, if not. You understand? I get excited meeting people I actually look up to, people who I admire, people who have something positive to offer to humanity. I'm not swayed by money or all those shit. it doesn't move me at all. But if you have something, like anybody now who will find us the vaccine for this corona shit becomes my mentor forever. It becomes my role model forever because the world has to heal. You understand? You know what we did on the table. Discuss for Z Kitchen now. Before this, you know where we for day. You know where we for day right now. Me and you.
You know, I was telling
my brother.
I was telling my friend yesterday. I was like, do you know, me and Obi were Obi was a more chief priest. We're meant to be somewhere right now. And every time I look at the date, I'll be like, oh my God. You know, this COVID-19 has actually spoiled a lot of things, and it's not easy. You know, it's not easy at all. When I think about it, I know that business for a lot of people, strategies for a lot of people, things have actually gone bad. So I want to ask you a question, right? I want to ask you a question. Don't you think that club owners in Lagos or across Nigeria should partner and share their debtors list, so that if you owe me in this club and I see you in the other club, I'll call the other person and say, this person that is owing you is in my club. Don't you think so?
You know, a stranger, somebody you don't know, cannot come and owe you. It's only your friends. It's only people who know you, who can approach you and owe you. You do understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
As painful as it is, I love good things, I love material things, but I'd rather preserve our friendship and lose that money. The only thing, next time I'll be guided. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Also, Nigerian system, you know, there are nice people who can owe you for 9 months. It's not as if their children will be going to school or they will be living their life. But the moment they have that money, they will call you. They will make that transfer. They will come back to your club. They will buy you drinks. They will dash your staff money. They will tell you, thank you for allowing me to owe you. It wasn't intentional. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Last, you will see beyond the person's heart. So imagine sharing that list right now, and then tomorrow they'll not feel that you are exposing them. That's why I said the business is one kind. At a time, one of those, the first day those lockdown started, I went out with my cousin. We went to Black Belt to go and eat in Adolo Deku. So we stood on the line. So when it got to my turn, when we finished, you know, you take food, you take. The last place you end up is the machine. You pay. They give you a receipt, they release the food to you.
Yeah.
So when we eat, I told my cousin, I said, now my brother, this one be business, you. This one, no discount, no credit. You just take whatever you want, you pay. They don't know you, you don't know the owner doesn't need to know you. The point is that they have good food, they satisfy you, you eat, you go. But everybody will do the same thing now. So our business is lifestyle. It's that business. You get a CV. I think I am lucky to have learned the ropes from nothing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There was a time, those garden days, our whole capital, everything as in stock, everything we had was like 42K. So if we could manage that 42,000 naira to, at the time it got to 100 and something thousand naira. At that time we were banking with Standard Trust Bank. You know, we just finished youth service now. At that time, you can make 10 sales a night. You just go and lodge it in across the street and everything, and then they give you a teller and everything. So if you could actually hold on to 42,000 naira for like up to, and grow it from 40 something to 500,000 naira within a year, I mean, I believe that you should also know how to calculate when you get on top. You understand what I'm trying to say? So we find a way to manage our debtors. It's not easy. It's not easy. We've lost tons and tons and tons and tons of millions of naira If I mention it right now, I don't think it's unbelievable. You understand what I'm trying to say? But you also, the good ones will always come back. After 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, they will come and clear you because in their mind, they know they're owing you. But I do not think that I want to rubbish them because of that. I'd rather take that fall and everything. And I mean, and life goes on. God will provide that one, will provide another one. That's my own belief.
Wow. Let's talk about COVID-19. Cubana Group. Cubana Group has done a lot to support many Nigerians. What's the outlook for you when things return normal?
Try. Maybe, that is where the fear there. We have this discussion every evening in my house. If you see, the first time you called me, I was in my garden.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of staying in an air-conditioned room. So I always come out to see whether this photosynthesis will chase away the COVID or whatever they call it. We reason. We play Scrabble, we play Ludo, we play Words, we reason. Yesterday I told them my greatest fear is not this extension of this lockdown. We don't have a problem. We can actually rest, spend time with loved ones, have time to think about life, have time to reason. I can't remember the last time in my life, let me tell you this, I can't remember the last time in my life I've stayed a week in a particular place. In the past how many years? Even Christmas, where that is time for you to go and chill with family. Once I drop them, I don't run to Owerri, and recently now, Enugu, for business. But after this corona, my brother, that is when the wahala starts. Because right now, as I'm sitting here talking to you, it don't finish. You know, say those Chief priest called me this morning. Chief priest called me and said, Chairman, Nigerian they drink. I told her, I said, oh, and they see milk and granite for that Gary. By next week, we feel no see milk and granite. He laughed. I thought I said, when last did you see me grill turkey? When that time we just started now.
When did you did outside the grill?
Every day, grill turkey, I will post it. Grill turkey, my brother now, the food we eat now. Because at the rate we are going, if we keep eating that turkey, one day you will not see rice. And then come to think of it, every day, if you know the number of people that knock on the gate, Baba, we're not looking for money, just give us rice. I get onions before God and man. As in, it's bad. It is really bad. But right now, the economy is on standstill. I keep saying this thing. The fact that club is balling is not because a particular sector has money. But right now, look at all our artists. Nobody they do show.
No, nobody.
You know how many like, AY was up to yesterday. You know how much he has lost. You understand what I'm trying to say? The real estate guys, nobody's building, nobody's selling. Okay, look at Cubana fish. The women, where they grow the fish, come and say, Baba, fat's too much. We don't even get money to feed the fish anymore. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So my thing is that the ripple effect this is going to have. Are parents going to explain to teachers that there was COVID, though, we can't pay school fees, give us time? Because the school has to pay salaries. Do you understand? If somebody like me now be telling you that, my brother, if this thing extends past 1 week now, wahala day, you can imagine. If I open my phone every day and tell you how many requests, I don't give tire. I don't even get again to give. That's the problem. That is the problem. Not as if I don't want to give. When we stock up the house, the store was filled, everything. Right now, you don't empty because you can't be eating. And somebody come and knock, and you see genuinely that this person wants to eat food. You'll be devil now if you don't share, if you don't give out. My wife has been going to all the neighborhood every day, you know, most of those things we don't like to put it on IG, apart from her foundation page and everything.
Yeah.
But most times she comes back, she breaks down, start crying. I tell you, baby, people are suffering. People are suffering. And then, most of these people, I'm sorry to say that, if you introduce their heart and everything, you see that they have like 11 children. Even wondering, you say where they eat, we don't want enough. But these people, I don't know, there's no regulation. You don't understand. But you don't have to judge. You don't have to say that at this moment. The most important thing is, how do you even sustain them for a day or two? Let another person come and take it from there. How many people can you reach? How many people can you actually touch? It is heartbreaking. Government, you don't blame them all, because if America, as of today, is recording 20-something thousand deaths, God forbid this thing hits us, my brother, we are finished. We are finished with our money, with our connection, with all those things you have. We don't have a medical system here in Nigeria. But maybe God love us, because I believe say this thing, no, you know, catch our people like that. I swear.
God. Wow.
But times it's bad, maybe. It is bad. It is bad.
We thank God for everything.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying something to my friend this morning. I was like, the people living around us, we need to start looking for how to give them food. Because it will get to a point where your police cannot save you. But the people living around you, because you see what is happening already in Lagos. People are fighting. People are, you know, now the people, who are the people saving those themselves? People are coming out to save their own community. And if we don't feed, if they see that, oh, you have a nice house, you are living in an area, they believe that you have food. So there will come a time where they will want to come inside and break and find food to eat. You understand? So people, I pray that it doesn't get that bad, because people will start breaking into houses to find food to eat, not because they want to even steal your money or do anything to you, but they just want to eat. You know.
After the presidential speech yesterday, I called the policeman in the house and said, I think you guys have to stop wearing uniform and carrying gun around. You understand what I'm trying to say? Right now, what we have to do is to make sure we get more food. You can use the patrol van, go and see where they can buy yam, buy rice. Let us have food. That these bullets here can never stop the revolution when it starts. What can save us is this food stuff. And I have my family here. I have my relatives here. In my house right now, we are plenty. You understand, but so the best way is for us to have this thing, and you have access to them. In case we are sleeping and they come, don't shoot. Release food. Release food. That is the best way, because somebody who is dying will prefer a bullet to have an easy death than for the hunger. You cannot go back and see your child crying and you are helpless as a father, as a mother. You cannot be able to give the person. You know, like I said the last time, I said majority of Nigerians live from hand to mouth.
Yeah.
They don't have fridge to store food. There's not enough to store. They don't have a bank account to store money. The money remaining is on their under the pillow, under the mattress. So, and that is for transport to go to work tomorrow again. So imagine these guys now. My business has been shut for the past 4 weekends. This is the 5th week. Everything, including this hotel right now, there's no single guest here. You can see it's running. Everything is running. We just put some staff here, put some mopo here, put everything. The whole hotels, the 4 hotels in Abuja, none of them is functioning. You understand what I'm trying to say? The club, everything, we are not any money. We are spending money right now to maintain the business, to make sure that rats, rodents, don't come and take over this place. Before you restart it again, you spend tens of millions. So what we're trying to do right now is to find a way to be God to people around us. Like you mentioned, thank God for the woman I married. She's very compassionate. She cannot sleep if people are hungry. You get what I'm trying to say? So I also tell people, whoever have the means, especially people who are disabled, Don't store ammunition, store food. That is the best weapon right now to douse this revolution coming, because it's coming. I don't call for it. I would ever call for it. I would ever support it. But my brother, with the wisdom God has given us, it is coming. It is around us. The fact that NEPA will take light and they hear do generators, that means, oh, you still get money for diesel and we cannot eat rice. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You start your car, you put air condition. Oh, this person still they get fuel. That is where we are headed to right now. So what will save us right now is love. Love for humanity. I don't care if you're a Muslim. I don't care if you're Hausa. I don't care if you're Igbo or whatever. The most important thing right now is show love. Show love to your enemy. Even if it's a cup of rice, tell the person, this is all I have right now. Manage it. You get what I'm trying to say? But my bro, wahala day, wahala day. We don't even, these 2 weeks, it might not end, yo. It might not end, because as far as it's America, you can see their own is going up every day.
Yeah.
You know now.
Well, thank you so much for coming on this show. You know, this last conversation is really deep because we know what is going on. I can see a lot of people here. Cubana Chief Priest is here. Sheyi Vodi is here. Onoja Delfino is here. I can see your wife in the building as well. Everybody is here, and I'm sure that they are listening and they already know how this is affecting all people. You see, this is the first time that something is hitting the world and is affecting not just the poor, it's affecting everybody. But you know that how things affect people is according to the level where you are in the society. You understand? But like you said, there will come a time when bullets will not be needed, right? Because these guys are ready to take this bullet, but food will be what will be the protection for you. Oh, you want food? Okay, don't worry, we have food for you, take. And they will secure you. You know, that is what is most important. And I believe that there are a lot of people that have watched this that will start thinking, I better go and start securing my environment by feeding at least the people around me. If we do that, you find out that we have actually, because there's no place you see that there's no man that is rich that is in that area and there are poor people living around him. That's Nigeria. Nigeria is the country where we live in, where you see a big man and poor people around him. So, well, having said that, I want to play a game. Let people get to know Obi. So this is the Obi game. Ukwa or Abacha?
So what? Ukwa
or Abacha? Ukwa or Abacha?
Ukwa naturally. Ukwa.
Or Hasu or Ofe Nogo?
Oh, this one a trap. Both of them are my darling. But let me go for Nugu.
Okay. Moi or Okpa?
Papa.
Pami or beer?
Hey, Pami now. Waiting. Beer waiting.
Roasted yam or fried yam?
Roasted anytime, any day.
XO or BSOP?
I don't do cognac.
Udara or roasted corn?
Roasted corn. I just had it this afternoon, share.
Milan or London?
London. Because of loss, you.
Juice or water?
Water, naturally. Water.
SUV or sedan?